Hello and welcome back on the Flying Channel. My name is Tom and today we have a world premiere with the first earnings video with the new stock upload for Adobe and now also Shutterstock. So let's see if we earn something, and if yes, how much in the first 2 months. And I can say as much as this, it smells a bit like 2018 when we started with the POD upload. You can see here our Adobe stock downloads for the first 2 months, May and June. I think we started on the second week of May, on the 8th, something like that. And you can also see that just 3 days later we already had our first download, and you can see especially at the end of every month, so May and also June, we had a lot of downloads compared to the rest of the month. I could imagine that this has something to do with the subscription model. So you pay for a certain amount of downloads every month, a subscription model on Adobe, and probably you won't pay for nothing. So if you have a few downloads left at the end of the month or second half of the month, you probably download more, but it's just a guess. Most important is that we get the downloads anyway. And to be honest, I have to say it's quite impressive. I never thought that we had more than 20 downloads in just 2 months. Especially, I don't have too many vector files up now, and they are also very basic. It's just files I never sold on POD, and it's also very, let's say POD related, so with phrases and everything that does not work 100% for stock. Stock is more images, photography and so on. So quite impressive. I also show you how much vectors we have online in a moment. I also wanted to show you, of course, the earnings, and you can see here that you get on average, we get in this case 88 penny per download. It depends on the subscription package or if it's just a single license a user buys, but we on average get 88 penny per download, what is quite fair, to be honest, in from my point of view, because you always have to say it's not something unique someone buys from you and get shipped or something. It's really just a subscription, and then it's just a click on a download button, and in this moment you get the commission for it. So I think it's quite fair. And yeah, if we go a little bit up, you can see here that in the first 2 months on Adobe we made $18.53, and if you're not already in the space, you probably will ask yourself, what is he telling me that he has not even earned $20 in 2 months? Yes, that's true, but we have a lot of experience from POD, and it's a little bit similar or quite similar with you upload, you grow your designs, so the number of designs, and then also your earnings will grow. And I mean, you already see this, that of course here we started, it can't be that much, but here in June you already see that this is already much better than last month. So growth is already there, and I mean, I just can compare it to POD, and I know if we upload more images, this also should usually grow a lot. And when we are in the $100, $200, $300 per month, it already gets interesting, and then you can scale, of course, more. So the most important is you see here that it works, and you also can earn money here. And this is also why we will now set our designer to 1 week print on demand and 1 week vector files just for stock. And I think this can also be a boost. This is Adobe, but of course we also have Shutterstock. And now the cap should come up, then I could show it to you. Here it is. If I go here to the Shutterstock earnings, it's less. It's really less. It's a total earnings of $2.23. We had 11 downloads, so half of the downloads of Adobe. The thing on Shutterstock is simply, you can also see it here, that the earnings per download are much less. And I think Adobe is also, or will be, the biggest one because of the earnings you can make there from a single download. I think it's more like the Amazon for stock Adobe. I mean, it's a worldwide mega company, so yeah, of course. But I mean, it's the same here. We start and we take it, because with the flying uploader, with the automation, it's really just a click to start the upload, and then this is really the passive income. You know, on Adobe we concentrate, we make the designs, we upload it there, and every other platform like Shutterstock, where you just have to click start, this is really the ones where you can make passive income. And even if the number is very small right now, I think you can also make here a few $100s every month, but that is something we will see in the upcoming weeks and month. And of course I keep everyone updated here with other income videos for the stock uploads. And I mean, we also have POD earning videos here for Merch by Amazon, and yeah, if you haven't seen them already, you can have a look. You can see what potential is there, because the growth and everything, it feels quite similar to print on demand, to be honest. And I have here a fly all the time. It was $2.23 here, also 11 downloads, so organic traffic is there. And in total we made more than $20 in the first 2 months, what is for me quite impressive and also quite positive, because at some point it has to refinance the upload tool, of course, it has to refinance also the designs from the designer and everything. And we are not break even, of course, after the first 2 months, but I think if we can keep this up, and we will keep this up, we'll make it a bit more professional over the next few weeks, then this will grow. Not much more to say about it. And now we will also have a look after the earnings, how many vectors I have online, and what is my experience and what I have learned from the first 2 months. I made a quick calculation, so we have the total numbers for the first 2 months. Of course I will make an Excel if it grows more, and then we have more to view. We had 32 downloads in the first 2 months, so more than a download every day, and on average Adobe and Shutterstock together we had 65 pennies per download, what makes it a total of $20.76 for the first 2 months. And now a few things, a few insights I recognized the first 2 months that could maybe help you to start, or is in general just good information for you. So on Adobe and on Shutterstock you really have a lot of organic traffic, and really I'm sure if you get your files through the reviewing process you will get downloads anyway. Then it is just a question how serious you get with it, how much you upload, how good is your artwork, and so on. But it is really a good way to start money, and especially when you struggle on POD sites, maybe you have no Amazon account or you don't earn enough on Redbubble, TeePublic and so on, then stock upload is really an alternative, because you already work with images, you can work also with AI art. Even if you do photography, it's also often not so easy to sell on POD products. Really, stock is the way to go, and you can start earning money. And if stock works for you, you can of course expand also to POD. This is no problem, because this is also a very positive point I have to say. These sites, Adobe or Shutterstock, are very user friendly, very simple. They have a clear process, they have clear rules, and that's what many POD sites like Redbubble lack. You can send your files, they will get reviewed, you will get a clear reason why they don't get accepted, for example, or when they get accepted everything is fine. and then you can start and upload here. It is very a smooth and simple process, and yeah, you often don't know this like process from POD sites, so you can always start on Adobe and on Shutterstock, and if you have your process, it won't change much. You can simply work the way it is. Then of course for stock, we have this big elephant, AI art, and AI is most of the times of course PNGs or JPEG files. And what I experienced is that if you upload PNGs or JPEGs, the review can take days or even weeks. But if you upload vector files like EPS files, you get reviewed much faster. It usually takes not even a day or maybe a few days to review, and then they already free and can be downloaded. I think this is simply the reason because there aren't as much EPS files as PNG and JPEG, of course. And another thing is, insider tip, I don't know, these stock image sites are often associated with photography and AI art, something like that, but EPS is very, very much liked from people who use it, because they can use the vectors, they can use the graphic, they can change it and everything, and this is why EPS are highly liked from the user base, I think. And if you can make EPS, because it is you need some kind of design level here, and it's probably also the wall many don't jump over, so if you can make EPS files, please try it, because I think this can bring you a lot of revenue instead of just waiting for PNGs and JPEGs to get accepted. And a third point also in that category is the quality of designs. Of course, here is high-end art also, because it's simply so big, you have so many images and photographies and everything, but in reality, when you take the average, what I saw on the Adobe Marketplace and everything, the standard is not too high. If you can design yourself, and if you think you can design in a good way, in an attractive way, that with images, graphics, photographies, whatever, what people want, you have a high chance to earn. Because if you are a designer who can make his own designs, his own EPS files, whatever, you should start definitely on stock, because you can and will make money here, because there are many icons, very simple graphics and everything that you can make much better if you know how to design, or if you have a designer who knows how to design. I will also try in the next weeks to make icons, so very simple graphics like arrows or some kind of symbols, I don't know, and also have a look how this develops, just because I'm curious. But if you can make high level art, then you can sell also an Adobe. And if you are already a successful print on demand seller, your work is definitely good enough to also sell on photo stock platforms. These are a few general tips I learned over the past few weeks. Of course, it's also still the beginning where we are here. I mean, you can also see here that we have just here, this one, 89 vector graphics EPS files online, and this is already enough for this year, and we will have hundreds and thousands online end of the year. I can promise that, and then we can see again how it develops. If you find this interesting and if you like this video, then please leave a like. If you want to get all the information in the future about the stock upload, POD upload, all the tools what we have, then subscribe to this channel. If you have any open questions about it, then simply write it down in the comments. We also have a Discord channel where you can join and talk to other people. And then this is it for this video, and I see you in the next one. Till then,